Yeah. Recording. Okay, I think we're back on. Yeah. Yeah, so that we remember we kept saying that impact would be important section they had to add there. And why I want to talk about impact while you're talking about monitoring and evaluation is that the impact is, you have that as a benchmark. So while you're monitoring, making sure that you achieve the mileposts that will take you to this overall expected impact. I think we'll do a lot more on that when we do the course that deals specifically with monitoring and evaluation. Because as you may realize, we just skimmed through it now. But
Okay.
again, that was on. Sorry.
Just going back to the old topic, the R&R, the reporting and recording. I'm here thinking that based on the two distinctions, you can use very junior officers to go out and do your recording. And
you can use a photographer to use the recording to do the recording.
right. And then long as that information come to you, you can sit in your office and do your own reporting.
Yeah, but I mean, just be very careful about.
No, I'm just gonna say you gotta be
willingness to sit in your office.
okay.
Yeah.
You're
Because
decided on what you recorded.
If the photographer is like Karen or Jeanette, who will go and just take a picture of the broken part of the bridge, you might really figure that no repairs have been done.
Yeah, then your record would say something different. Your report was different.
Yes, although I'm agreeing that, that you would want to know the distinction, I would think that you should aim for a report from the start.
You should aim for a report from the start.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, they're trying to separate it and have a junior person do the recording, and then you can try to fashion a report out of it. Because there are some questions that you may have been able to ask in the field that you won't get from the record.
Right. No problem.
Anyone has a problem with that? Issue? Going once, going twice?
I think the outdoor is quite cool.
All right, and we spent a lot of time on 9, which is where
no problem.
A lot of people would have had issues prior to the course in terms of the budget preparation. And then we spent what I thought was a useful amount of time on the community's contribution. And that, remember, we have broad definition of what community is. It could be geographic, as we said last night. It could be geographic, it could be based on.
You're very low, Steve.
Sorry?
Have to be my equipment. You're very low.
Are you guys, is everyone else hearing me properly?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Oh yeah, it was a little, but yeah, I'm hearing you clearly.
Okay, all right, okay, so probably speaking too softly. All right, yeah, so that we have an expanded view of what community means. The community could be geographic, or it could be based on interest. Yeah, and we spoke about that last night. So when we talk about contribution, the community's contribution to the budget, whether it be on the cost side or the revenue side. Okay, and again, as we keep talking about budget, remember that your CSO is a non-profit, but that doesn't mean it ought not to generate revenue, because if it does not generate revenue, it will not be sustainable. And that is the naked truth right there.
Correct.
Right. So as much as you don't want to be mercenary and you don't want to be, cutthroat profiteering, you must generate enough revenue to keep paying your bills. Even if you're operating paperless and officeless in the dry season, like Ms. Lambert was so clear to tell us last time, right?
That's what makes it viable.
So then you also have to find out how you value pro bono work. And we spend a lot of time on that. And, we talk about auntie whoever down the street who is doing stuff, how you value people's work, and spend some time on talking about how you value people based on their worth in the economy at present. If you have no other way of valuing their input, then you can use their current job or current place of employment, or you go to the standard would be the type of programs, government funded programs, which require no basic qualification tests. In other words, when you sign up for the bushing, I don't think the bushing.
Resourcefulness as well of that individual.
Yeah. Resourcefulness. Well, maybe when you're doing the second round of assessment, but when you're just doing a cold assessment on somebody first time employment or something like that, you have to go by the current place of employment, or if they're at level 1 in terms of skills level, then you go with whatever the bushing pays. So that will be an easy point of reference. So
Right.
the organization could argue with you with that, because you could just tell them that, look, the minimum wage really is what, what people get in the bushing.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we talked about the summary that it should come last, just like we have it here in how we went about doing the course. And you got I gave you a copy of the PowerPoint, which you have, you could inspect at your leisure. As we go on to do other courses, you'll find that we'll come back to this, for reinforcement in terms of how you write up proposals.
Yeah.
I think that was it. We were able to complete the course in the assigned time, even though we had challenges of not being able to meet face-to-face as much or as many times as we would have planned, but we still got it done. So I want to congratulate you for sticking with it and for successfully completing both courses, because what I did is I merged the impact so that you got the same grade for both courses. Because of how we did the online, the class project.
Wow.
We could not deal with the launch of the CSO without drifting over to some of the project and grant writing skills. And we couldn't talk about the grant writing skills without constantly referring to the project, to the organization of the CSO. Yep. So that was the rationale for it.
Okay, great.
Quite understandable.
Yeah, another screen. Any questions before we move on? So we have now agreed that just now somebody's knocking on the door. Let's see who wants to get in. What is doing it? I don't know why it's so difficult to make people.
Oh God.
Still is not. Oh, Jeanette. Okay, right there.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Sorry for being late.
Okay. So you're knocking. All right. We just went through the rest of the curriculum for CSD 101. You can check the recording at your leisure to see what you missed. I just want to share another screen with you while we take a look at how the courses have been arranged thus far. So just give me 1 second. Okay, are you guys seeing this? The part-time schedule.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yeah. For
Yes.
the entire Associate of Arts degree, you need 60 credits. And this is how the people at TAMCC have identified the first couple semesters. So in this semester one, you guys were supposed to have been doing CSD 111. And did you all actually sign up for this 101? Introduction to computers?
Yes.
You all did it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's what we concluded today.
You said computers?
Yes, CS1.
I don't think
Not 111, you said?
101, we didn't sign up.
You all didn't sign up for that? Okay. So then,
No, they said because of the time we started it in course given in the summer.
okay, all right. Cool. But that was the official listing I got.
Yeah.
We're going to have your time pretty soon. So I'm going to ask Kenya. Kenya, could you hook us up?
If I can.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I can.
All right. But not yet. I mean, let's use out the remaining couple minutes here and then we'll do the change over.
Okay.
So this is what I was given as the official mechanism. So you see that in semester 2, whenever that starts. I'm not sure how your structures arrange here. But we'll be doing CSD 113 and organizational leadership and management, and then marketing.
Steve, I have a question.
Go ahead.
The course Introduction to Computers. I can't remember if I asked the question before. If you already did a course in that area and you have a certificate in that, does it mean that you have to do it again at TAMCC, or once it's not done through TAMCC, it's not recognized? It's something that's recognized by the ministry and signed by the Minister of Education.
Yeah, I doubt. As I said, but you have to take stuff like that up, because I'm not part of the administration. I'm just a hired gun.
Oh, okay.
No,
So I guess
they did make a statement that some of us already have associate degrees, courses that we would have done, like those courses like Introduction to Computer and so forth. Once we have did it in our first or previous courses, they're gonna eliminate it from the
okay. I didn't remember hearing that.
Okay. Because I remember I was not at that meeting. I think you all had a Tuesday evening.
Yeah, you weren't there still.
Right, cool. Okay, so that's the structure. So we're looking at semester 2 where we were doing.
A question again, sir. We're presently in semester 2 based on how our school system works, right? So that semester 1 courses that we would have just covered is technically done in semester 2. So we are going into the summer period. So what would be the changes, or are you running based on how it is on the screen?
I'm just going by what they gave me. So because they treated what we just did as semester 1. Whereas normally semester 1 starts in December, is it? When
January.
January. Okay, well, I realized we didn't make that deadline. We started on the 10th of February. And when would it semester 1 would have concluded? Not for Easter?
Yeah.
Semester 1 supposed to be first.
But that's
Yeah.
what I mean, semester one.
No,
No?
no.
Yeah, so
Semester 1 runs from September to December. Semester 2,
Oh, okay.
January to May, and summer runs from sometime in either late May, early June to some
that
part in
depends.
July.
That depends on when you start, to see whether you did it in whether you start in the spring or in the fall. Because they're similar to SGU, right? If you know you can start in January as well. They have a semester that starts in January. So
But anyhow, whatever the administrative arrangements are, as far as they have suggested to me, these were the next two courses coming up next semester. However you want to describe next semester, whether it's 2 or 3 or whatever. But next semester, they have suggested to me that they would want to do marketing for CSOs and organizational leadership and management.
Okay.
that means, Steve, in June we're going to be doing the summer session, the financial management and so forth.
Yeah, and then for this summer session, whenever that turns out to be, then we have financial management, which I think I will be doing to and project implementation, monitoring, and evaluation.
That's summer.
Yeah, but based on the document that I have in front of me that you're seeing on my screen.
Okay.
As I say, I am not in charge of this aspect of it. I'm gonna teach.
Because if we finish now, that means we're gonna have a free summer this year.
But I don't know. As I say, I have no idea what adjustments they're gonna make. But I'm just telling you what the commitments I have given, so that I have agreed tentatively to be able to do these.
Okay.
Okay. So that's that.
I understand.
If that is concerned, I think we can close off here now. I will take this when we come back for Zoom. We're just doing some close off stuff, and then then you guys can have the rest of your planning meeting, because your CSO planning and thing can go on independent of me. I mean, as I say, the course.
Yes, we know.
We could do a Zoom meeting right after you.
Yeah. So if one, Karen, you could host that one.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I think somebody is trying to get in. Let me just see. Why is Jeanette James outside again? What went on there? Yeah.
Regarding the Zoom meeting that we're recommending, right? For the persons that cannot get into Zoom, they would be at a disadvantage. So can we use the WhatsApp platform in order for us, so everybody might have a chance in regards to give their input?
Definitely. So can you hook us up and we'll have a discussion on Zoom just to wrap up the course, and then afterwards you guys can
Okay, no problem. I'll send a link.
More or less private meeting, yes. But hold a second, right? Give me some time to do the recording.
I missed some stuff.
Sorry?
I missed, my internet had cut off.
Oh yes, we saw when we just let you back in. But as I said, it's being recorded there, so.
Oh, right, good. So I'll catch up.
But what we're doing now is we're closing off this meeting and going on to Kenya's account. And then there'll be a third section of the meeting which your colleagues will tell you about, which is where you're all working on your CSO and that type of thing.
Okay.
I will be organizing my people that I will eat myself.
Okay.
I'm very considerate. Okay.
So what you say, making aloe pie for us again today?
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, Philip wants some shots we go eat later, girl. Maybe some roti.
Nobody knows, but I procured chicken today, so I'm sure none of you. I have my contact, so.
I guess that what networking is all about, isn't it?
It's not curry favor, it's networking. There you go. You see, if I hadn't increased my network significantly, I'd have been chickenless all now. So that had to be a lesson. Anyhow, I'm closing up. See you guys in the next 4 or 5 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.